Richard boarded a small old boat which seemed to be almost rotting, worn down by millions of souls. The boat had no motor, no oars. It simply flowed with the current of the River Dead, which had the destination of Richard discovering the mystery of his death. The shadowed trees lining the river had twisted branches, as if they were the limbs of tortured souls decaying in eternal agony. Wet, black-inked hair, as if that of drowned corpses, hung like Spanish moss from the haunting branches. As the boat drifted with the slow, eerie current, Richard could hear the sound of floating skulls knocking against the side of the boat. The ripple of water stirred the flat corpses on the surface of the river, as if they were clumps of seaweed. Those were the souls who lost their way down the River Dead, and the treacherous journey of the river to solve the mystery of their deaths. He was sitting beside Christopher, who looked back at him with dark, grim eyes during this nightmarish spectacle of a river. Then Christopher looked away, invisibly wrapping a cloak of secrecy around himself. The smell of gin filled Richard's nostrils like thick smoke, which gave him that same terrified feeling. He wondered wildly about the smell of the alcohol. All souls helplessly bring a dark side of themselves here. There must be a dark story beneath that sea of alcohol raging inside Christopher, he thought. He studied Christopher and his crow's feet at the corner of his eye, and the light mist of grey hair hovering aura-like over the jungle of dark roots crackling from his scalp, which is the way Christopher looked when he crossed over to the afterlife. Everybody looks the same age they did when they made the transition, as did Richard. The ugly, dark, tragic scar on Christopher's forehead, Richard thought. There must be another story to that one. It was almost majestic and beautiful in its secrecy and mystery, like the Sphinx, yet grotesque as some rotten truth swarming of flies and pulsating with hidden maggots. A Pandora's box. The boat continued upon the current like time rolling through lives on Earth in this timeless, boundless plane of existence. Dead bodies, partly mummified, with dirty, filthy gauze, buoyed in the white, frothy wake of the boat. The river occasionally sparkled of some kind of hope out of the darkness of the floating dead. Richard hoped he would not end up being one of these unfortunate souls lying eerily on the river. His ghastly journey had begun,